Priory neighborhood in the streets of Toronto, Ontario. I grew up in Falstaff, where I was exposed to violence, where I was exposed to drugs, where I was exposed to... So I thought this was my image, how I was supposed to take on this character. At the time, you know, there was rival gangs between Bloods and Crips, so I would wear this blue flag anywhere I went to school with it. I didn't really care, knowing that I could get into an altercation, knowing that I could get into a fight. But deep down, I knew I was better. I knew this wasn't my identity, this wasn't me. So I decided to put that away, and I remember stealing. I didn't have a lot of money, so I would have a joy in stealing, which became, you know, as a young teen, you know, when you're looking for a girlfriend. And then when you're going into the parties, you're just trying to be that. I was trying to be this lively person, right? But at the end of the day, I kept getting in trouble with the authorities. You know, I remember getting into 2 charges. And I remember the officer telling me, if I continue in this route, I'll end up being a bum or I'll end up in jail. So I decided to clean up my life, finish high school. After high school, went into college where I took on actually Lee's Foundation, graduated. So everything seemed like it was happening. Everything seemed like it was doing good. And then one of the turning points in my life, just finished playing basketball with my friend. And as I'm going to McDonald's, I bump into 2 of my other friends, which they want to play 2-on-2 with us. And at the time, I didn't really want to, but these guys were forcing me, oh, we're just gonna, after the game, we're gonna grab a bite to eat, we're gonna chill. But I told them, give me 5 minutes. So I take my 5 minutes, I'm going to McDonald's. And in that 5 minutes, I hear an ambulance running to the basketball court where I'm supposed to play basketball with these guys. And later on did I hear one of them died and one of them severely wounded. And as I'm pondering this, so I asked myself, what if I went? What if I went? What if I went? I told my friends about it, but people were saying, oh, it's just a coincidence. Oh, you just got lucky. And through this, you know, after getting all of this, I just want to live life once. I just want to live life to the fullest. So I went into drinking, I went into partying, I went into smoking. At the end of the day, I was so empty. You know, I remember finding myself back at the basketball court, just thinking about life, you know, the purpose of life. And God's timing is so perfect. Because right when I thought that thought, my pastor Gary came up to me, preached me the gospel, and he asked me a profound question. If I was to die today, where would I spend eternity? And as I'm thinking about this, I thought I was a good person, you know, as long as I didn't murder anybody. At the end of the day, everybody sins and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I knew I was far from God. I knew I wasn't right with God. I grew up in the church, but I didn't know who Jesus Christ was. You know, I knew of Jesus Christ, but I didn't have that personal relationship with Jesus Christ. So I went out to church service. I remember God speaking to my heart. My heart was beating on my chest. And 2 months later, you know, I actually, by God's grace, I responded to the altar call. I gave my life to Jesus Christ. You know, and looking back, Jesus Christ has changed me so much. You know, the Bible talks about, you know, being a new creation in Christ. You know, all the old has passed and everything becomes brand new. You know, so I experienced this, you know, all the old habits has just washed away. You know, where I'm now in the will of Jesus. Now I'm now serving God, you know, faithfully. Been in church 4 years now, you know, and I'm not looking back. You know, where God has blessed me with a beautiful wife. You know, He changed me from the inside out when I'm actually being about His business. You know, He gave me that peace, He gave me that joy, He gave me a purpose in life. You know, and Jesus Christ, you know, He's calling me. You know, for anybody that doesn't know Jesus Christ, you know, surrender your life to Him. It's the best decision you could possibly do. You know, where you're in the will of God, you know, where God who created you, that has that perfect plan for your life. So get saved, you know, and get right with God.